only marginally behind schedule, but we are on quite a tight schedule. We do actually have to be out of the building on time this evening, but that's just a housekeeping matter. So I'd like to ask whether anyone here has a question for Mr. Holden, or perhaps if it's a more question relevant to one of the other speakers, they may be able to chip in with the answer. So you're happy to take a few questions? If we could just keep it fairly brief, because when the book signing is happening, I'm sure there'll be time to mingle, ask questions more informally, and perhaps while you're browsing the stuff in the cabinet and on the tables. So anyone have a question?
I want to say, if I may say,
yes,
that we should also welcome Karen, who is Dr. Shepherd's granddaughter, who has made the journey up from Dorset today, and she is here.
Oh, well, welcome. Special welcome for making such a long journey. Where is she? She's over there. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I think some of you have had fairly horrendous journeys and have been somewhat arrived at the 11th hour, so we didn't pre-warn you about the traffic queues of Bromsgrove. So, does anyone have a question at all? Yes.
Is it true your father propositioned my mother?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You didn't say what position in their lives.
No, I didn't.
They were both in a assisted accommodation.
Yes.
I passed School Drive and thought that's where they were at the end tonight.
And what age would this have been?
Both of them in their 80s.
In their 80s.
We should have introduced them 20 years earlier.
Yes, could have been a whole different story.
Yes.
Any further questions? Anyone at all? No. Well, I'm sure that you will all chat and get to know each other over the book signing. Could I just mention that we have put on the table over there some photographs which belong to the County Council. They're copies of photographs that are held at the Record Office at the Hive in Worcester. There are some of the official photographs from 1907. The booklet is an original in the cabinet, isn't there? But I put a poor photocopy out on the table. And there's one or two things like maps showing the site at different stages in its life. So have a look round. Have any questions? You'll find someone to answer them, I'm sure. I can thoroughly recommend the book. It's an excellent piece of work. Bill and his collaborators, Dr. Lack and the gentleman Malcolm, have done a sterling job. I'm looking forward to reading it in more detail. I need to go back through it. And I know that there are people here in the audience this evening who've worked at Barnsley Hall, their family have worked at Barnsley Hall. At least one member of the family of the audience here, their parents met at Barnsley Hall during the war whilst they were working there. And there are still, I think, many, many stories to discover. I'm finding out new things all the time about Bromsgrove and Barnsley Hall as well. So thank you very much to everyone. I'd like to wish you now a safe journey home. Thank you all for coming, and thank you, Bill, because and thanks to Carol too, because Carol and I have been firing the emails backwards and forwards a lot.
Yes.
Carol has been a wonderful help.
Thank you. And there is still more food, I think, isn't there?